lunch. It's showtime.
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And today is Star Trek Day, National Star Trek Day. It was on this date, 1966, that Star Trek, with Captain Kirk and Spock and Scotty and all the other weirdos, made their big debut on NBC. And you know, it's always intrigued me a little bit, because when I was growing up, I had friends who were Star Trek fans, but I had many more friends who were Star Wars fans. And there was this crazy sort of, disagreement of, are you a Star Trekkie or are you a Star Wars guy? And, people still argue about that. And it's funny to me, because when you think about it, they're completely different shows, right? One is about our humanity in the future. The other is about far, far away, long ago, in a galaxy that we'll never reach, right? I always kind of equate it to the argument between the Hobbit movies and Game of Thrones. I know people who have the same arguments over that, and it makes no sense to me. But anyway, if you're a Trekkie out there, happy Star Trek Day. Hope you live long and prosper. Tonight on the show, we've got a Dammit dog. We've got a couple of Ohio women causing chaos. Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to give you details on an Evening Edge happy hour that's going to be coming up Thursday, September 25th. And I'll tell you all about it here in a little bit. We've got some Florida Man, and we got some. I got to talk about some football stuff that I saw over the weekend. The first thing, though, I had a conversation with somebody who their opinion I value greatly when it comes to doing this show. And they said, you know what, we love what you're doing. You're doing a great job. We need to try to get your streaming numbers up. Now, people go and listen to the podcast later, and that's fine. But what we're talking about is we're talking about the live stream during the show. Now, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. When you watch on Facebook and YouTube, you get the whole effect of the show. You get all the sound effects. You get the music. You get all of it. The callers, the whole deal. When you watch on TikTok, all you get is me, because the way TikTok is set up, they don't let you broadcast the music and the sound. It's just not something they let you do. Every time I've tried to post something up there, whether it be a parody or play some of the songs from the show, it gets shut down. So we were trying to figure out, how can we get the numbers up for watching on Facebook and streaming? Now, a couple of years ago, I did some silly stunt, and I said, if we got to 100 viewers on live stream during the show, I would take my shirt off. Now, I'm not going to do that. And it never happened. Thankfully, it never happened. So I've got this idea where maybe from time to try to spike the numbers up, I'm going to bring something into the studio that I think people would be fascinated to see. But you're going to have to get on the live stream to do it. And over the weekend, I picked something up, and I have to tell you, it is long, it is girthy, it is imposing, and it's all natural. It is impressive. It might be the biggest cucumber you've ever seen on a live stream. It's huge. It's in the studio with me right now, sitting next to me. And I think people will be impressed by this because I'll tell you what, folks in the Miami Valley, they love to garden. They love to garden. And they take great pride in the vegetables that they grow. This is a killer cucumber. And I want to share it with you. But the only way you're going to see it is on the live stream. So right now we have just over a dozen people watching. Usually as the show goes on, we get more and more. We might get 25 or 30. I'm hoping for 50. So if we can get 50 people on the live stream at one time, then I will reveal this beautiful, girthy cucumber right here on the show. So when you can safely do it, because I know a lot of people are driving right now. I don't want you to do it while you're driving. Get someplace safe, pull up the live stream on Facebook or YouTube, and tune in. And if we get to 50, you get to see this beautiful, beautiful cucumber. 937-457-1290 is our telephone number. Let me talk to Steve in Miamisburg. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey, Todd, happy Star Trek Day to you.
Well, long live and prosper, my friend.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I have a fun fact that I'd like to share with you about Star Trek that I happen to know.
I love fun facts. Hit me up.
Okay, well, did you know how William Shatner got the part for being Captain Kirk? He got the part because he had a very unique anatomical feature. He has a left ear.
Yeah.
He has a right ear.
Yeah.
And then he has a final front ear.
Oh, God. I thought you were going to make a cucumber joke.
No cucumber jokes to that.
All right, Steve. Thank you for that, I guess. 937-457-1290 is our number. Oh, we're up to 26 people now. If we can get to 50, you get to see the cucumber. You get to see it. I don't know if you saw this video over the weekend. This story is going viral, and it's a little bit out of control. The story of this kid and his dad being at the ball game, the Phillies game, and a foul ball or a home run. It's a home run, right? Yeah, it's a home run. Goes into the crowd, and there's a mad dash to try to get this ball. It lands somewhere in the seats, and a bunch of people are going at it, and a dad pulls up, and he's got it, and he walks over and gives it to his kid, who turns out to be celebrating his 10th birthday at the ballpark with his dad, with his mom, with his sisters. And then all of a sudden, this crazed Phillies fan comes over, gets in dad's face, starts yelling at him, insinuating that he took the ball from her. So after about 10, 15 seconds of this nonsense, dad finally does the right thing in my view. Now, a lot of people will say no. He gave the woman the ball. Now, I would have to think long and hard in that moment whether I would do it. I don't know that I would in that moment. But just to get this woman out of my face, and more importantly, her away from my kid, Dad did the right thing. Now, after this was seen throughout the ballpark and it was on TV and it's on, the internet and all over the place, this woman, we don't know, at least last time I looked, we don't know who the woman is. Not that it matters, but that's the way it's sort of become. Like if you do something like that is just over the top and outrageous, especially if it involves a kid, people are coming for you. So far, 2 women have had to issue denials that they are not the woman in the video. People, the interweb sleuths, they think they found her and then they start posting her name and her picture. Not her. Then they find somebody else. Not her. That's what happens. But fortunately, the Phillies, when they saw this occur, they brought the kid a gift basket or a bag of something cool. And then he got to meet the player who hit the home run and then took home a home run bat. But it is mind-boggling to me that an adult would go to such extremes to try to take a ball away from a kid. And I watched that video. I don't know. I'm sure many of you have seen this. I watched that video probably 30 times to try to figure out, one, if the dad pulled it out of her hand. And from the angles that I could see, you can't see 100%, but she was standing in the row above where the ball landed. If she was reaching down onto the ground in the row in front of her, her arms are like 6 feet long. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. And I didn't see any kids with her or near her. There were a bunch of empty seats, which made it easy for this kid's dad to get over there and get the ball. But wow, that was something else. And because here's the thing, they will identify her. They'll find out who she is, and there'll be a huge uproar. And if she works for a business or a company, unless she owns her own place, she may end up getting her job, losing her job. And that's the way that's the way it happens. You do something like that, the internet is going to find you, track you down, and make your life hell. And that's unfortunate, but that's why when you do those things, you have to think twice. Stop yourself before you become an internet meme.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now from the
We're up to 43. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Ashley, at the tennis ball, right? What are these adults thinking? Oh, okay. Well, just you wait until you see this cucumber. You are going to be impressed. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate it. No, we just dropped to 39. I did, Dennis. Yes. Betty Eddy is okay. She's recovering. My voice sounds different on Facebook than it does. Well, you know what? It's on the radio. It's going out over a bunch of voice processors and all that. When it goes out over the internet, it's Wi-Fi, right? So it's not always. Hang on, Stephanie. Hang on. I promise you, this is going to be an award-winning cucumber. You're not going to be disappointed. You're not. Think of it as show and tell. Remember show and tell when you were in school? That was my favorite thing in school, was show and tell. We're up to 41. That's awesome. Maybe I can have it dipped in like polyurethane and preserve it. I could take it to events. We're up to 46. This is awesome. We're getting there. Oh, we dropped to 45 now. Hey, Danny, how you doing? Hope you're well in Fort Wayne. $47. We're getting there. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Ashley, we're trying to get to 50. Hey, Jamie. Hey, you got my text.
Taste of Belgium closes another location. We'll have that for you at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Mine's bigger than that.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, my cucumber. It's bigger.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. All right. Oh, we just hit 50. 51 viewers on the live stream. So here's what we're trying to do, and I'm trying to increase the live stream numbers. I want people to watch during the show on YouTube, on Facebook. And by the way, somebody called in and said, I don't know where to watch you. Where are you? If you go to Facebook and you just search Evening Edge Todd, you will find it. Same with YouTube, Evening Edge Todd. You will find the page and you can follow it, and then you'll be able to watch whenever you want. We are now up to 57. So, as promised, now this is going to be a visual thing. So the people that are listening on the radio, you're just going to have to imagine. You're just going to have to imagine a 20-inch long cucumber with a girth of about 6 inches. And here it is for all the folks watching. This is a cucumber. This is not a zucchini. This is a cucumber. My friends, Jamie and Mike, posted this the other night on their Facebook page, and I said, I have got to have that cucumber. I'm going to make that cucumber famous. So here it is, 20 inches long, 6.5-inch girth. Holy cow. Holy cow. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's tonight's episode of Show and Tell. And I think this might be a thing we do from now on. I bring in something unusual, and we just try to boost the number. Oh, now we're up to 69. 69 viewers.
This. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Come it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Here it is. Some more. Here you go. For the folks on TikTok, look at that beauty. Rockabye pickle in the treetop. Somebody needs to take a screenshot, and you know what I'll do? I'm going to try to take a picture of it and remove the background, and we can put the cucumber in pictures. Hello? Well, you got to be careful, because the last thing you want to do is split your you don't want to split your cucumber in two. If you didn't see it, you're going to have to go back and watch the live stream. That's right. Joshua, I love that. That's hysterical.
With breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully.
You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk into the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream can be found on Facebook and YouTube. Just look for Evening Edge Todd. If you are just joining the show, you missed a very magical moment here on the Evening Edge. We were able to eclipse 50 live stream viewers. In fact, we had it up to 70. And people were tuning in because I just revealed, and I don't know, I know that it's not a world record cucumber, because I looked online. The world record cucumber was 3 feet and 8.6 inches long. Can you imagine a cucumber that long? That is crazy. But the one that I just revealed, which was grown in my friend Jamie and Mike's garden, 20 inches. 20 inches with a 6-inch girth. 20 inches long. It's huge. It's huge. So my challenge, just for fun, is I'm going to take a picture of it, post it online. And I know we have some creative people out there. I would like you to take that picture, crop out the background and everything, and put that cucumber in pictures and share them online. I'd like to see the pictures of the cucumber in all different sorts of scenarios, all different scenes, maybe in history, pictures, historical photos. I think that would be great. Somebody suggested that I throw it off the building. No, I'm not going to do that. One thing I could do is have it dipped in polyurethane and preserve it and take it to Evening Edge events. For example, this would be ideal. September 25th, mark your calendar. It's an Evening Edge happy hour. This is great. We're going to be at the All the Best Delicatessen, Washington Township. They're at 5940 Far Hills Avenue. I've talked about All the Best Delicatessen many times on the show. I love, love, love their egg salad. It's got mushrooms in it. Now, I know not everybody's a mushroom fan, but I am one of those mushroom fans. And it is really, really good. In fact, this is the place that when I had lunch there a couple of weeks ago, and I was invited there because what they want to do is they have a sandwich that they want to put on the menu, and they were thinking that they could name it after the show, and it's a meatloaf sandwich. I love meatloaf. Oh, I love meatloaf. So we for a couple of days, and we had people make suggestions online, a name for this meatloaf sandwich. Now, I'm trying to work it out, so maybe that night it makes its debut. But here are the top 5 names. We had a lot of suggestions, but I chose the top 5. Number 5, Todd's Airwave Meatloaf Melt. Airwave, radio, right? Sure. Todd's Meatloaf Madness. I like that. Todd's Meaty Loafinator. Todd's Belly Buster Meatloaf Sandwich. When you think of me, you think of a belly. But the one that I really, really love, and I hope they like this one, because ultimately it's up to them. I mean, it's their company, it's their business, it's their menu, it's their food, All I can do is make suggestions. Hot Toddy's Kickin' Meatloaf Sandwich. And it's served with pepper jack cheese and horsey sauce. Oh, yeah. That's my favorite. Hottie Toddy's Kickin' Meatloaf Sandwich. I love it. So make plans to join us there at the All the Best Delicatessen on Thursday, September 25th. Of course, the show's 5 to 7. I'm going to be doing it live. They have they just opened a bar. There's like a bar inside this delicatessen. How many delicatessens have a bar? And it is a cool looking bar. They've got $2 off all bottled and draft beers, well drinks, wine, dogs and drafts. They got hot dog sliders. And this is what I'm really interested in, the pickleback shot. It's a you get a shot of whatever you want, tequila or whiskey, but then they give you a pickle juice chaser. That sounds incredible. So I'm thinking maybe I could take this pickle with me. I don't know if it'll last that long. I don't know if I freeze it. This is why I'm saying I should dip it in polyurethane and preserve it for posterity. And it can go and do appearances. Just an idea. 937-457-1290. Speaking of pickles, did you see what happened at the Browns-Bengals game yesterday? It happened very quickly, but there is video of it. Someone threw a sex toy out onto the field during the game, just like they were doing at the WNBA games. I think that happened, 3 or 4 times? Now it's happening at NFL games. And I'm promising you this is not going to be the last time. This is a thing. This is now a thing. It's a silly, stupid thing because that is a really bad way for somebody to turn their ankle. Running down the field, running down the court, and you slip on one of those things, you could be out for the season. The Athletic, which is the New York Times sports section, say that it appears to have been thrown from the dog pound. You know, the crazy dog pound Browns fans. Somebody smuggled in a sex toy. Okay. It seems like a waste, but whatever. And speaking of football and crazy fans, over the weekend, Saturday, my wife and I went to Roosters in Beaver Creek, which I love. And the game was on. The Ohio State Buckeye game was on, but it was towards the end when we got there. I think when we got there, there was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left. And I don't really pay too much attention to the game when it's on. I don't really care. But I look up at the screen and I see that it's 63-0. And I'm like, wow, man. Got a feel for those Grambling State players. That's a butt kicking. But the thing that I thought was interesting, and it's funny because I had a conversation with somebody here in the building about OSU fans. Now, I know there's a huge – I get it. I understand. People love the Buckeyes. I would root for the Buckeyes too. I mean, if I was in that situation where I was like, I would be for them, of course. But they are hardcore. And the thing that I found so hysterical was that the score was 63-0. And there were about 30 seconds left. And the Buckeyes scored again. And with the extra point, it made it 70-0, which is just embarrassing for the other team. But the crowd and Roosters went nuts when they scored that last touchdown. And I thought, my God, you're winning 63-0. At this point, you should just tune it out. But nope. They got that touchdown, and man, oh man, they went nuts. And I just thought it was amusing. It wasn't bad enough to beat the other team 63-0. You had to put one more in there. And then the fans go crazy at the Roosters. I love it. It's crazy. Steve in Wilmington. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm well. What's going on with you?
Just hearing you talk about that cucumber.
Yes.
Now, I never looked into this, but my wife just happened to pick a zucchini from what she grew, and it was about 5 feet long and 6 inches at the wide part.
A 5 foot long zucchini?
Yeah, there may be. I don't know. She's never seen one, and I've never seen one bigger.
Oh my gosh. Well, I looked on the world record for cucumber, and this was somebody, I guess, in Poland that it was 3 feet, 8.6 inches long. And that was confirmed by the Guinness World Records. I would wonder, I know that zucchinis generally are bigger than cucumbers. Yeah. So, but 5 feet long?
That sounds like a pretty big cucumber. Yeah, I mean, there's probably some bigger. I guess probably wouldn't hurt to look into that, though, huh?
Yeah. Well, there is. I know this isn't a record-setting cucumber, but here's my question, and the folks that I got it from, I picked it up over the weekend. They were like, I don't know that we would eat it because once it gets really big, I wonder if it becomes like extra mushy inside and not really edible. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's on her daughter's table, so I don't know if they, I think she said her daughter's going to make bread and everything with it.
Wow, that's going to be a lot of bread.
Probably still okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe a couple other things.
Yeah. All right. Well, interesting. Thank you. I appreciate that, Steve. Somebody suggests making it like a pickle, like a big dill pickle. And I guess what is it? You just put it equal parts water, equal parts vinegar. Is that how you make a pickle? And you let it sit and soak? I don't know that I have a jar that big. I don't know what I could put it in. Maybe somebody knows. I've never made pickles before.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Coming up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right, for all you folks hanging in there, I'm going to show you the pickle or the cucumber one more time. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I will say there's some sections on it that are a little soft. Tim, I don't know that I could smuggle that into the stadium. Where would I put it? Easy, Clinton. Yes. Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh, Clinton, that is precious. Clinton, that's awesome. Oh my God.
I love the show so much.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All right, I just posted a picture of the cucumber with the background removed. So all you Photoshop artistes out there, if you could take the cucumber, this 20-inch long cucumber, and somehow incorporate it into a photo. Could be one of your photos, maybe it's a celebrity photo, or maybe something from history, much like Edgehead Clinton did up in Piqua. He just sent this to me. I'm going to post this on Facebook so you can see it, but here's a little preview for the folks on the live stream. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That is President George Washington and his troops crossing the Potomac on top of the cucumber. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So check that out on Facebook. Coming up, I got a couple of stories. This local missing girl, and I know Ron's going to talk about it here probably in the newscast. She's 13. She went missing, and the last time she was seen was getting picked up by a Lyft. And my question is, was she alone? Because I didn't think when you were 13 that you were allowed to ride in a Lyft. And I'm just curious if anybody knows anything about that. So we're going to talk about that. Also, my producer, Ian, revealed to me earlier that he is now world famous. And what he had to do to become world famous. You know what you should do? You need to print out the pictures and sign them. Just give it like autographs. Yeah, 100%. We'll talk about it.
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, pump.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Live
Clinton, I took it down and I put it back up. It wasn't completely clean, and I just took it down. I just put it back up there. It's cleaner now, and I wanted to give Leslie credit, and for some reason it wasn't letting me edit. Excuse me. Ay.
News and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hold on to your panties. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, you can't see me, can you? Well, that's the magic of radio, baby.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I encourage you to check out the live stream. Quite a colorful conversation going on right now about the 20-inch cucumber that I revealed last hour there on the live stream. I love that idea. I think it's going to be the Evening Edge show and tell. And the idea is to try to boost my live stream numbers. Every once in a while, I'm going to bring in something unusual that I think people would like to see. They'd be interested in. And if we reach a certain number of viewers, then I'll reveal it. I mean, usually we have a couple of dozen people watching the show every night. But when I tease the cucumber, we got 70 people watching. I bet we could do 100. I bet we could hit 100. But anyway, you might want to check it out. 937-457-1290 is our telephone number coming up. I've got mail call. I've got a couple of Florida man stories. I'm going to talk to Norm in West Milton real quick, though. He's got a comment about the cucumber. Hey, Norm, what's going on?
I'm sitting up here listening, and this is a record-setting day.
Oh.
And I don't know anything about Photoshop, but I would love to see something about your cucumber hanging out in outer space as a Klingon vessel.
Oh yes, for Star Trek Day,
in honor of Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I would love to see a close up of Spock sitting in a control room with Kirk discussing, "Do you want phasers or photon bombs, Captain?"
I love that idea.
And then oh, he said, what do you advise? He says, surrender immediately.
Yeah.
It's a Klingon cucumber.
Yeah. I love that idea, Norm. And I mentioned before the break, we had Clinton and Leslie, who are hardcore edgeheads. They concocted an idea. It's a picture of George Washington and his troops crossing the Potomac,
Love that.
sailing on the cucumber. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, we're all in.
I hope it'll be a very entertaining night here in the Miami Valley with all the cucumber photos.
Every now and again, we find a gold nugget.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, Norm. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290. All right, here's this story, and this is I don't understand this because I saw this story about this 13-year-old girl, Anaya Powell. She's from Dayton. She's missing. She was last seen Saturday night around 11:45 p.m. And she's been missing. She was last seen the 2700 block of Triangle View Drive. Police say that she was last seen being picked up by a Lyft in a black SUV and dropped off at an unknown location in Dayton. So when I saw this story, I thought, well, wait a second, something isn't connecting here for me. For one, I didn't think that you were allowed to ride in a Lyft on your own unless you were over the age of 18 and older. So I immediately went and I looked, and that's the case. In fact, you're not even supposed to be able to open an account with Lyft, and I don't know if Uber's the same way. I would imagine that it is. Because we've talked about this before. Children taking Uber, taking Lyft, not a problem if they're with an adult. So I went and I asked the folks at the news desk. I was like, wait a second, this is weird. Do we know if she was alone? Nobody knows. Well, at least we don't know. Maybe the police know. But it would seem to me that that the Lyft driver might have some information, and I'm sure they probably tracked that person down. But then someone else commented there in the newsroom, do all Lyft drivers and Uber drivers follow that rule? I mean, if mom or dad has the Uber or Lyft account and arranges a pickup, and the pickup is some 13, 14-year-old kid, and they're by themselves, do every Lyft and Uber driver say, nope, I can't take you? Or do they just don't care? I'd be curious, because that's a weird sort of story. She said they say she was reportedly wearing a red hoodie and black and white pajama pants. And again, this was Saturday night at 1:45 midnight. So I'd be curious to know what the story is. Like if she was alone and this Lyft driver picked her up and took her and didn't think twice about it, or if somebody was with her. Now, I know the police are investigating this, and I'm just sort of pondering this out loud, because when I saw the story, like I said, I was a little confused by that. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. 937-457-1290. I saw this story. This is great. It's breaking the law news. This is awesome.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
I know how that sounds when I say, oh, this is awesome. It's breaking the law news. But just hear me out. So there's a guy in Prince George, British Columbia, who was arrested after he was spotted driving down a closed road to go meet a friend at a bar. And the guy was driving in a pink Barbie Jeep ride-on toy. Yeah. So he's driving down the road in this little kid's Jeep. And cops see him. They pull him over. It was unmarked police that stopped him, took him into custody. They got him for driving an unlicensed vehicle. Which begs the question, yes, it's an unlicensed vehicle. Does that mean that one of those kids' cars could be licensed? Wouldn't you just say he's just driving a unauthorized vehicle on the road? I guess. Lincoln, the guy's name is Casper Lincoln. Casper. Also blew over the legal alcohol limit twice after being pulled over. He was arrested for other things, but this is the most hilarious one, he says. He's facing a driving under the influence charge for driving in a kid's Barbie car. And that story really got my attention because over the weekend, a friend of mine sent me a picture of the late, great weather forecaster from WHIO, Gil Whitney. And it's a picture of Gil Whitney inside, when I say a minivan, not a minivan. It's a mini van. It's like a fiberglass structure on what I would say is maybe like a go-kart frame. And he's sitting inside this, with his head sticking out the top. It looks like a kid's vehicle. And he's in a parade. And I love that picture. I shared it on my Facebook. You could see it. But it's one of the old live trucks. Just like a live van. It's like a red van. It's really cool. Here's a picture for people on the live stream. That's pretty neat. I would love to have something like that. And I feel like when I first started working at WHIO radio the first time, back in 1993, over on Wilmington, I feel like it was there. Like this vehicle was in one of the garages that people really didn't go into unless you were in engineering or whatever. But I feel like I remember seeing that over there. And I'd love to know what happened to it. I just pray that it didn't get tossed when they leveled that building. That would be awful. But, I'm just not mechanical enough. I don't know anything about fabrication. I don't know anything about that. But that would be a really cool parade vehicle. It'd be like one of the Shriners on their little motorcycles. I could see myself doing that in one of these little vehicles. That'd be neat. Jack in West Carrollton. Hey, Jack, how you doing?
All right. How you doing, Todd?
I'm well. What's up, man?
Yeah, I was calling in regards to the story about that girl missing.
Yeah.
There's quite a few things that you're supposed to have a charge card to be able to get one of those. You can't pay cash for it.
Right.
And, why didn't they go ahead and investigate where she was dropped off at?
Well, they probably, Jack, in all fairness, I mean, I'm sure that they've done that. It's just, that just wasn't in the story. They're not going to reveal everything. But my question was more along the lines of, she's missing and they say she was last seen in a lift and she's 13. It begs the question to me is like, was she alone? Because 13-year-olds are not supposed to ride alone in a Lyft or an Uber.
Correct.
So if she wasn't alone, who was she with? And I'm sure they're investigating that. And if she was alone, why did they take her anywhere?
Right.
Because
you can tell a 13-year-old from an 18-year-old, no matter how, how big they are.
Right. Yeah.
But it just, I was a detective in Indiana for quite a few years. And when that come across, I'm starting to make notes and thinking, okay, why didn't they ask this? Why didn't they ask that?
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Well, somebody on the live stream, Diana on the live stream says Uber has a team program with security controls, background check drivers, secure pin for each ride, and GPS tracking so a parent can watch. So maybe there is some way, for underage kids to ride in Lyft or in this case, Uber, Diane's talking about, maybe there is something like that. I don't know. I just looked online and it said you couldn't do it if you were underage. But Jack, I appreciate your call. I got to fly, buddy. 937-457-1290. Coming up, I got an email that has to do with a suggestion that a listener made last week about a new feature on the show involving my sister. So I want to discuss that because I'm really not sure that this is the right direction to go, but I'm going to put it out there. And also, I've got to talk to Ian, my producer, about his world fame now. World fame. People are going to see him all over the world. And they're going to want to know, who's that blurry guy?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the three big things you need to know. A man convicted of raping a child in Preble County last month gets life in prison without parole. Kettering Health says it will now keep Green Memorial Hospital open. And a man shot at a Dayton-Sunoco station in a shootout last week is now facing federal gun charges. Full details on these stories and more. Our next scheduled newscast is at 6:30. I'm Ron Otto, WHIO Continuing News.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at grismertire.com.
Had some earlier issues on north and southbound 75, but right now it's running at posted speeds north to Sydney, south to Monroe. No accidents, no major delays. If you're headed to Indiana, there is a crash on westbound 70 near the state line. There's a growing delay there. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Susan. Heather, here's what you missed. I'm going to show it to you. You ready? I'm going to show you my cucumber. That's right. You ready? Here comes my cucumber. "20 inches, baby." Wah, 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 wah. Oh my God, the cucumber almost rolled off the cart. Some friends of mine pulled that out of their garden over the weekend, and they posted a picture of it, and I was like, I need that cucumber. Give me that cucumber. Give it to me. Going to talk to you here.
The number 4, relief, and see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Someone is breaking car windows with tiles in Springfield. We'll have latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. A live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Ian, my producer, can you hop on for a moment? Yeah,
I can.
So, how has your life changed in the last couple of days when you found out that you have become world famous?
It's it's I've been told I'm pretty humble about it, so I can't brag too much, but it is what it is.
So Ian posted a picture over the weekend, and I saw it, and I thought, oh my God, I think he's the first person I personally know who's ever been able to claim such an honor. Ian, why don't you tell folks exactly what it is, this great honor, and how this, it had to be a very heady couple days.
Yeah, it's been stressful doing all these meet and greets and signing photos.
Right.
It's been crazy, but
people recognizing you everywhere.
Yeah. So I was coming home from my nephew's football game, and was driving down a back road, taking my other nephew home.
Yeah.
And I see a car in the distance with a tall camera on top of it.
Oh.
And I'm thinking either this is a dash cam that is overly compensating for something, or it's Google Maps.
Yeah.
And so out of possible chance, I tell everybody in the car, I'm like, everyone, start waving. And they do it. And, I've been checking every week because it happened at the beginning of August. It was August 2nd.
Okay.
I've been checking ever since then. And then just recently, a couple of days ago, I checked again in that area, and I am on Google Earth. Google Maps, Google Earth.
That is great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you and your family.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Now, I did notice that they blurred you out.
Yeah, they blurred me and my nephew out.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to print out a bunch of those pictures and start signing them and giving them out to people.
I'd make a lot of money.
Well, I don't know that you make any money, but you would make people smile.
Yeah, that'd be the plan.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
beauty or elegance competitions. So how do you go about pronouncing it? I think they do them for horses as well and all sorts of things. In English, this is normally said as concours d'élégance. In French, for reference, it is normally pronounced as concours d'élégance. Concours d'élégance. But it's fine in English is to say it as concours, the S is silent here, concours d'élégance, concours d'élégance. Did you get this? Was this anyhow popularly used around car, beauty, or elegance competitions? So how do you go about pronouncing it? I think they do them for horses as well and all sorts of things. In English, this is normally said as concours d'élégance. In French, concours d'élégance.
Todd from WHIO and at QC Kinetics. They use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatments that actually help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints. And the results? Long-term, lasting relief. Imagine a life when you're not planning your day around pain. With QC Kinetics, there's no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery times.
Crazy Hat Day here at the ballpark.
Anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok this Sunday at Carillon Historical Park. This is a cool event. It's the Dayton Concours d'Elegance. Yeah. It's the Midwest premier antique and classic automobile and motorcycle show. It's going to be there at Carillon on Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you've probably seen videos of this over the years. They've been doing it for quite a while. And folks that have these really cool, over-the-top antique vehicles and classic cars, they all bring them out there to Carillon. And you get to see them. And this year, I'm excited about this. Now, I would have mentioned this anyway. But I got an email from somebody saying, hey, would you mind mentioning this? And I said, sure. This year, they're honoring the 150th birthday of Ferdinand Porsche. And if you've listened to the show with any regularity, you know that I'm a big fan of the Porsche. I would love to have a Porsche one day. I don't have one. I've never had one. I've driven one a couple of times. But they're going to be celebrating his birthday. So they're going to have a whole bunch of different cars out there showcasing his namesake. So that's going to be happening this Sunday. There's going to be all kinds of food and drink and all kinds of good stuff. So you can check out these cars. You can get tickets for this at DaytonHistory.org/events/special-events. But if you poke around there on DaytonHistory.org, you'll be able to find it. But all the proceeds benefit the Carillon Historical Park, which we love here on the show, very much so. So that's happening on Sunday. We got some mail.
Knock off the jaw jacket. It's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The fan mail.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
If you'd like to send me an email, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. Hey, Todd, I heard you talking about someone suggesting you have your sister on your show to tell stories about you as a kid. I think it would be hysterical. I have a younger sister, too, and when we get together, especially after a few beers, the stories start to fly, and we usually end up in tears of laughter. Not a bad idea. So here's what happened. I was telling a story last week because I had some news item from Kentucky where two brothers got into a fight, and one of the brothers stabbed the other brother in the testicles with a pair of scissors. And I said, sometimes sibling fights and behaviors can become a little bit violent or, hurtful. And I told the story of how my sister, who's 5 years younger, used to pinch my boobs. I had moobs. I still have moobs. But they were just there for the picking. she would do it from time to time, usually if we were in some sort of altercation, but nonetheless, she did it. And I actually ended up having to go to the doctor over it. Yeah. But anyway, so I told that story, and then somebody suggested, hey, you ought to have your sister on. And I was like, I don't know if anybody wants to hear stories about me as a kid. I mean, yes, there are some funny stories, and my sister is great at telling them. She's told them repeatedly over and over and over through the years. But I don't know that anybody would be really interested in that. But people on the live stream that night, when I mentioned it, they seemed to like the idea. I don't know. Anyway, the email continues. Also, I think you said your sister's name is Tracy, and I had an idea. Remember the book that came out many years ago, Tuesdays with Maury? Yes, I do remember that. I believe it was a book about a guy, and whether it was a grandparent or a friend or an older guy, his name was Maury, and they would spend Tuesdays talking and visiting. Anyway, how about Tuesdays with Tracy? I love your show, Gerard in Inglewood. Well, thank you, Gerard. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, I talk about stuff about myself on the show as a way to try to, share with all the heads out there, and reveal a little bit about my life. I've had my wife on many times. In fact, we just dropped the next episode of our side-by-side podcast. We recorded it on Saturday. You might want to listen to it. It's on my Facebook page. She talks about her post-surgery, which she had her breast surgery a couple of weeks ago. And there's some good stuff in there, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if that might be too much, so I don't know if people have an idea or some thoughts or an opinion, whatever. 937-457-1290. I'd be glad to entertain you. Ron in Verona, what's going on, Ron?
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to give you a little trivia fact, since you're such a fan of Porsche.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Ferdinand Porsche is also the same man who designed the Tiger tank for the Nazis in World War II.
Really? Wow, he was quite the prolific designer, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I just thought you'd find that interesting.
That is interesting. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290. Let's see. Jeff in Monroe. Hey, Jeff.
What's going on, Todd?
How are you, man?
I think you're just a little concerned that your sister Tracy will do a great job, and your ratings will go up, and then they'll realize how worthless you are as a personality, and you'll lose your job.
I guess it's possible. She's already got a job, though. She works here in the building.
Yeah,
she's got a higher. She's got a higher job than I do.
Well,
Hello? I think we lost him. We lost Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Hope you're okay. We have an Ohio woman story. Actually, we have several.
Ohio woman. Ohio woman. Ohio woman. Ohio woman.
So we've got a couple of quality Ohio woman stories here. They've sort of been piling up over the last week or so. This first one I find a bit amusing. So there's a woman in Medina, Ohio. She was arrested. Well, this happened last month, but she was arrested for disorderly conduct and misuse of 911. So here's what happened. It was around 3:00 in the afternoon, and this woman was at a local establishment, and she got drunk, and she became a bit belligerent and mouthy, and they finally kicked her out. They said, "You're out of here. You're cut off. You're out of here. Get out of here." Well, she was so upset that she was kicked out of the bar. She called 911 to report that the bar had kicked her out. So the police, doing what police do when they get a 911 call, they show up. Well, at that point, they found that she was, of course, drunk, and that the real reason that she called 911 wasn't to report the bar. It was that she wanted a ride home. So needless to say, after she acted a bit belligerent to the cops, they gave her a ride, but it wasn't to home. This next story is from Hanover Township, Ohio. An Ohio woman has been arrested after a child in her care was caught on camera drinking a can of Smirnoff Ice at a gas station. Lordy. A Marathon gas station employee spotted the six-year-old walking down an aisle inside the gas station, knocking back a can of Smirnoff Ice. Now, the employee, I guess if you see that, I guess maybe you might think, oh my gosh, does he know that he's drinking alcohol? Maybe he thinks it's some sort of fruit drink. I've never had Smirnoff Ice, so I have no idea what it tastes like. But either way, the guy said, "Hey, kid, you're drinking beer." And he reportedly said, the 6-year-old said, "Yep, this is me and my mommy's favorite beer. We drink it all the time." So mom leaves with the kid, and the employee calls the cops. The cops show up. They figure out who the person is. I guess maybe they got the video cam of their car and their license plate. So they go to her house to confront her about this. And when the cops get there, the kid's inside sitting on the couch drinking a Smirnoff Ice. What is wrong with people? And then lastly, this is my favorite Ohio woman story. 32-year-old mom from suburban Cleveland was arrested after cops say she left her kids home alone in a filthy apartment for 3 days while she took a trip to South Florida. Now, we had a story a while ago about a woman, I think she was an Ohio woman, who did the same thing, but except going to South Florida, she went on a cruise. She left her little kids home alone so she could go on a cruise with a boyfriend. This mom, her trip to South Florida was not for pleasure. Mom went to South Florida to get liposuction. So she leaves her fourth grader and her two 7-year-old twin sisters, or two twin daughters, alone. And by the way, the twins have special needs. So mom decides, hey, you guys, you just hang out for a few days. I'm going to go down and get the fat sucked out of my butt. And everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. But at the very least, she did do that. The cops did say that she would check on them with the home's security cameras to make sure that they were all right. Well, cops got wind of it, and she was arrested. And now she's, she avoided jail time. She's going to serve 360 days of house arrest. So there you go. There's your punishment.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up. T-O.
Double D.
H-O.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
I got him, Leslie. Thank you. I got him. Thank you for pointing it out. I mean, I saw it before anybody said anything, but I appreciate that. Keeping an eye out. Not the time nor the place. Heather, I struck it down very quickly, like a lightning bolt from the heavens.
WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill, WHIO Dayton, Ohio, the birthplace of aviation.
It'll feel more like summer later this week. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And if you didn't hear all the excitement in the first hour, you may need to go back and watch the live stream on Facebook or YouTube. We had quite a magical moment when I revealed a 20-inch long cucumber with about a 6-inch girth. It is quite impressive. And it was a new feature, Evening Edge Show and Tell. It was a nice way to sort of boost up our live stream numbers, and we're going to continue to do that from time to time. Anyway, you can go back and see that beautiful cucumber. Mark your calendars for Thursday, September 25th, 5 to 7. I'm going to be broadcasting live the Evening Edge Happy Hour at the All the Best Delicatessen there in Washington Township, 5940 Far Hills Avenue. They've got a brand new bar. They've got great specials. And I'm hoping that night we'll be able to reveal the Evening Edge themed meatloaf sandwich. That's the plan. So we don't get these opportunities to get together very often. So here's your chance. Mark it on your calendar. Thursday, September 25th, 5 to 7. All the Best Delicatessen. And we'll have a swinging time. All right, there you go. That's the show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget you can get the podcast at eveningedgetodd.com. And don't forget the new episode of our side-by-side podcast with my wife, Mary, has just dropped. You can find it on my Facebook.
And with that, folks, I thank you for listening.
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 Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for listening. Listen, I'm probably making a bigger deal about this than I need to. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again soon.
This is the station Dayton turns to first for live team coverage.
All right, everybody, have a great night. See ya, see ya, see ya.